Right now, there are places in the world where one single mistake could trigger something much bigger. Not theories, not predictions. Real locations, real tensions, real forces already in motion. And if you connect them all, you start to see a pattern. Because this isn't just random conflict. These are flashpoints. Pressure zones, where the strategies of the world's most powerful countries collide. And if even one of them escalates the wrong way, Cold War 2.0 might not stay cold. A small island with massive global importance. Taiwan. On the surface, it looks like a regional issue, but it's not. It's one of the most sensitive fault lines in the world. Taiwan produces a huge portion of the world's advanced semiconductors. The chips that power phones, cars, military systems, entire economies. Control Taiwan, and you influence the global tech backbone. China views Taiwan as part of its territory. United States supports Taiwan's ability to defend itself. Military activity has increased. Airspace incursions, naval presence, strategic signaling. If Taiwan escalates, it won't stay regional. This is not a potential conflict. It's already happening. Ukraine sits at a geopolitical crossroads between East and West. Its outcome sends a message. About power, about influence, about what actions the world will tolerate. Russia is directly involved. Western nations provide support to Ukraine. Not direct war between major powers, but close enough to matter. This is what modern conflict looks like. Indirect, but deeply connected. Now move south to one of the busiest and most contested waterways on Earth. South China Sea. A massive portion of global trade passes through here. Energy shipments, goods, resources. Control this region, and you influence global commerce. Multiple countries have overlapping claims. China has expanded its presence. Other regional nations push back. The United States operates nearby to ensure open navigation. This isn't just water. It's a strategic choke point. Some regions never fully cool down. Middle East energy, oil, gas, trade routes. What happens here affects the entire world economy. Multiple rivalries, multiple alliances, external powers involved. Tensions can spike quickly and spread just as fast. One region, global consequences. Now look somewhere unexpected. Arctic. Why it matters. Melting ice is opening new routes, new shipping lanes, new resource opportunities. The shift countries are increasing their presence, positioning, claiming, preparing, because what used to be inaccessible is becoming strategic. The next conflict zone might be where no one looked before. Different regions, different conflicts, different triggers, but the same pattern. Strategic importance, major power involvement, rising tension. Each flashpoint is connected to the bigger picture. The strategies you saw in part 2 are playing out here, in real time. If a major conflict starts, it probably won't begin with a massive invasion. It could be a miscalculation, a collision, a cyber attack, an escalation that goes too far, something small that spirals. The biggest wars in history often start with the smallest triggers. And here's the danger. These flashpoints don't exist alone. If one escalates, others react. Alliances activate, economies shift, militaries respond, and suddenly a regional conflict becomes global. So the question isn't just, where could conflict start? It's, Which one happens first? Because the conditions are already there, the pressure is already building, and history shows when enough pressure builds, something eventually breaks. If you've watched all 3 parts, you now see the full picture. The tension, the strategies, the flashpoints. But there's still one final piece. What happens to the world after the break? In the next part, we're exploring possible futures, how this could end, and what kind of world comes after. So don't miss it, because the future is being decided right now.